Hey, what's up? My name's CJ and welcome to my channel, Heated Debates. The name of this video is called Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson. Who do you think would have won though? I mean, I've seen videos on YouTube, yeah, and where they talk about this fantasy matchup. I haven't really felt satisfied because um, I don't think they give a proper breakdown of both fighters for the public to make up their mind and say who they thought would have won. One thing you have to take into consideration is that both fighters developed at different stages of their boxing career. Mike Tyson developed quicker than Muhammad Ali. I'll tell you why. Number one, genetics. Michael's a dude where when he was 15, he looked like a big man. You didn't want to have it with them man there, you get me? Another reason, yeah, is that Mike Tyson, yeah, when he was an amateur, he was trained by professionals from the start. You know what I'm saying? So you got a guy, yeah, he's an amateur fighter going up against other amateurs who were trained by amateur trainers. So it wasn't really fair on these other guys who Mike Tyson was fighting in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? Not taking anything away from Mike Tyson. With all due respect to Mike Tyson, you get me? But it wasn't fair. You know what I mean? He was trained by professionals whose specific goal was to groom him, to train him towards becoming the youngest heavyweight champion ever, which they managed to do. He was, age 20, he won the title. And Muhammad Ali, on the other hand, he was an amateur, trained by amateurs, and he had 108 amateur fights. He won 100 of them. He won like the Golden Gloves, all the way to becoming Olympic gold medal winner. Tyson didn't win the gold medal because he got beat by a guy named Henry Tillman. Henry Tillman, you can see it on YouTube for yourself. He outboxed Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So even though Mike Tyson had a head start, he was trained by professionals. Muhammad Ali still had a better amateur record than Mike Tyson because Ali was the Olympic gold medal winner, innit? Speed. Some say Tyson was quicker than Ali, and some say Ali was quicker. Some say they were about the same. But take note, yeah, that there's this guy who was in the same camp as Mike Tyson, but he was in the era before Mike Tyson, innit? They were trained by the same trainer though, like Customado, yeah. He trained Floyd Patterson, and Floyd Patterson became the youngest heavyweight champion in his day, and that's the record that Tyson broke. Yeah, Floyd Patterson was 21, Tyson was 20. Now Floyd Patterson, when you watch the film footage of Floyd Patterson, he was equally as fast as Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was bigger and stronger, but shorter. Floyd Patterson was 6 foot. Tyson was 5'11". But and not that it makes a difference who would have won out of Ali and Tyson. I'm just saying, showing you that, you know what I mean, this guy Floyd Patterson was just as quick, just as fast as Mike Tyson, and they both had the same peekaboo style, being trained by the same trainer. And Patterson was in Ali's era, innit? He fought Ali when Ali was in his prime, and guess what? He couldn't even touch Ali. Muhammad Ali literally played with him. Do you know what I'm saying? So, based upon that, do you know what I mean? I have to say Muhammad Ali was quicker. You see, with Muhammad Ali, a lot of people don't realize his speed would vary. Like, for instance, yeah, his next fight after Henry Cooper was against Sonny Liston. He was lightning speed. Liston couldn't lay a glove on him. So how comes Henry Cooper could knock him down? It's because Muhammad Ali's speed would vary depending on who he was fighting. Plus, when Cooper knocked him down, Ali was like in his developing stages as a fighter. But he took Henry Cooper lightly. He predicted a 5th-round knockout, so he wasn't going to go all out and stop Henry Cooper in the 3rd round or 4th round by cuts or whatever. You know what I mean? He's waiting for the 5th round. While he was waiting for the 5th round to come to make his prediction come true, he was like, you know what I mean, getting careless and sluggish and taking Henry Cooper lightly, and Henry Cooper caught him and knocked him down. And I like to address that issue there about the knockdown because a lot of people are saying that, when after Henry Cooper knocked Ali down, like the bell went, Ali went to his corner, and instead of having, a minute's rest after each round, what fighters do, they ripped the glove and cheated, and Ali had like 5 minutes rest. Now, when you watch a video, yeah, type in on YouTube, you see it for yourself. When you watch a video called Mike Tyson presents the heavyweights, yeah, it's a video where Mike Tyson's been interviewed by this guy named Harry Carpenter. And Harry Carpenter is showing Mike Tyson old film footage of all the great heavyweights and that. And they get to Ali and Henry Cooper, and Tyson brings it up about the glove being split. And Harry Carpenter showed Mike Tyson, yeah, and said it's a famous story and that, but they got pictures to prove that the glove was split in the previous round. See what I'm saying? So that kills that argument. And where the point where they make about they having 5 minutes rest, there's no one on this planet can show me film footage of Muhammad Ali having 5 minutes rest after that knockdown and that. What actually happened was Ali had a minute's rest plus 5 seconds, so he had 5 seconds longer, not 5 minutes. So that squashes that argument. Plus Ali fought him again and beat Henry Cooper again, and Henry Cooper couldn't lay a glove on him because Ali already knew by experience, like, he didn't take Henry Cooper lightly like he did previously. So that kills that one. So I think Ali was quicker than Mike Tyson. Just because you see certain fights where Ali ain't as quick, and it looks like, hold on a minute, Tyson would beat Ali by the way he's fighting here. Don't let that fool you. Yeah, so I'm dealing with boxing knowledge here. Yeah, like guy in the distance, Tyson. There's been people that took Tyson the distance in Tyson's prime. You know what I'm saying? Bone Crusher Smith took Mike Tyson a distance. He tied Mike Tyson up, frustrated Mike Tyson, played with him a little bit. You know what I mean? Everything I'm saying, you type in YouTube and you see for yourself. But Bone Crusher Smith took Tyson a distance. Tony Tucker took Mike Tyson the distance. Done the bolo punch on Mike and everything else, and showed a little contempt. James Quick Tillis took Mike Tyson the distance. Yeah, he used like an Ali style. Like, and like he lost on points. Mike beat him obviously, but they took Tyson the distance. Mitch Green took Tyson the distance. 4 people like took Mike the distance in his prime. And Mike was, at his fastest, at his most devastating and whatnot. Do you know what I'm saying? And Buster Douglas, obviously, he beat Mike Tyson. And I just want to stop on Buster Douglas for a hot minute, yeah. If you watch the Buster Douglas story, it's really sad, man, because this guy could have been one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. The night he beat Mike Tyson, that was like, that performance there. Buster Douglas was one of the greatest heavyweight fighters ever. Like, on that performance there, it's just that certain things were going on in his life where he just couldn't keep it up. So he was only great for that fight. Other fights he was winning, and he gave up and stuff like that. But he could have been greater than he actually was. You study Buster Douglas and you'll see. And the way he fought that night there, if Mike Tyson was in his prime, I don't know if Mike Tyson still would have won that fight. I know Mike Tyson wasn't at his best because, he didn't have his original corner man, Kevin Rooney, etc., etc. And, the excuses that they make for Mike Tyson are justified. You know what I'm saying? But even though he wasn't in shape as he could have been, you're telling me from round 1 to round 3, even if you're not in your best shape, you couldn't have got inside there. You was knocking everyone else out in like 1 round and 3 rounds and 4 rounds. Why couldn't you knock out Buster Douglas? You see what I'm saying? So from round 1 to round 3, like, what? How come you couldn't get in there and, get to Douglas? It's because Buster Douglas he wouldn't allow Mike Tyson to do what Mike wanted to do. Do you see what I'm saying? He's giving Mike Tyson angles speed, side to side movement and stuff like that. So bear that in mind. You know what I mean? Stamina. Mike Tyson proved that, you know what I mean, he had good stamina. Some people say, you know what I mean, he didn't have good stamina. He did. When you see the fights where the people took him the distance, shows you Mike Tyson had stamina to go the distance with these guys. You know what I mean? When he fought Terrell Biggs, that was a 15-round fight. People forget that. Mike Tyson fought 15 rounders before they cut it out, cut the rounds down to 12 rounds. Yeah, but he wasn't explosive, and he wasn't as ferocious after, you know, like the 4 or 6 rounds. Like, he was still dangerous and powerful and whatnot, but he wasn't explosive and formidable after, as the rounds went on. You know what I'm saying? That's all, like Bone Crusher Smith and these guys took him the distance. Whereas Muhammad Ali, you watch the fight with him and Joe Frazier, Thriller Manila, and that Muhammad Ali could like throw, you know what I mean, combinations and fight while he was under exhaustion. You know what I mean? Like, Mike Tyson couldn't fight under exhaustion. Muhammad Ali proved that, you know what I mean, he could fight under exhaustion. So stamina wise, I have to give that to Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Heart. Buster Douglas, he had a great heart, you know, and chin. He couldn't take all that punishment from. I mean, Mike Tyson had great heart and stamina, and you know what I mean, a great chin, because you couldn't take all that punishment from Buster Douglas without having a great chin and having, you know what I mean, a great heart. But you know what I mean, he went out on his shield and that, but I still give the edge to Muhammad Ali in that aspect there. As for Henry Cooper knocking Ali down and Joe Frazier knocking that, as I said, Ali's Ali's speed and whatnot would, you know what I mean, depending on who was fighting. When Frazier knocked down Muhammad Ali, you know, Ali was coming back after a 3.5 year forced exile, because obviously he went fighting the Vietnam War, etc. I don't blame him, because, do you know what I mean? He was a guy, he was fighting for America in the Olympics, and he won the world title, beating all these guys from all other countries, and he still couldn't eat in certain restaurants because he was black in that. So why should he go and fight somewhere 10,000 miles away for you, you know what I mean, for you, against people that hasn't even called him nigger and stuff like that? And then, like, for you, when you come back home to his own country and like, he's, you know what I mean, he's still discriminated against. So I have to be on Ali's side there. You know what I'm saying? People forget, yeah, that after the 3.5 year layoff, like, it's nearly 4 years, 3 years, 7 months, Ali was out of the ring for. He came back and lost to Joe Frazier. With all due respect to Joe Frazier, rest in peace, Joe Frazier. I love you. Yeah, God bless your soul. But Joe Frazier struggled to beat a Muhammad Ali that had been out of the ring for 3.5 years, for 4 years basically. And not a lot of people know this, that even though Ali lost on points, Joe Frazier was in intensive care for 1 month after that fight. His eyes all puffed up and everything else. Ali said, you know, if Frazier dies, I'll never fight again. Not a lot of people know that. So imagine if Ali never had 4 years taken away from him. He would have been even greater. We never even really saw the real Ali in his prime. His prime was taken away. Skills, like, technically, you know what I mean, Tyson was the best ever in technical skills, but when it comes to natural ability type of skills, Ali is the greatest. You know, Tyson was only great when he had Kevin Rooney and them man there in his corner, but Ali was great regardless who was in his corner. You know what I'm saying? And Ali wouldn't have been intimidated by these other guys either. Ali was the most confident boxer in history. So obviously, when Tyson said, when I punch a man, I want to push his nose in his brain, that's what put fear into a lot of Tyson's opponents, but that wouldn't have phased Ali. Ali would have used his mind on Tyson before the fight even started. Poems, predictions, and stuff like that. And, you know, people saying Ali was overrated, and how can Ali be overrated if he's the greatest? You get me? So you know, if they fought in their prime, I have to give it to Muhammad Ali. I think Muhammad Ali would have beaten Mike Tyson. With all due respect to Mike Tyson, he's a great heavyweight, but Muhammad Ali. You wouldn't beat Muhammad Ali, no way. Peace.